These children are writing messages to parents or other family members who have died. They're at a place called Gerard's house. This teenage girl is recording and reflecting on all the losses she's experienced in her life in an art project called A Lost Line. And these boys are at Camp Rainbow, a camp run by Gerard's house, and they're doing a skit about going to a cemetery. All of them have had a parent who's died. This is a little glimpse of Gerard's house, a nonprofit in Santa Fe, New Mexico. And for the last 12 years, we've helped hundreds and hundreds of children work through their grief and loss. So I'm the executive director of Gerard's house, and I've been here for 9 years. And it's hard to even describe the kinds of transformations that I've seen in the lives of children and teenagers in the time that I've been here. And I think really they say it better than I do. So I just like to let them say it.
The thing that helps the most about coming to a group is that it's kind of like a break from everyone else in the world, because everyone here knows what's going on, everyone here is feeling the same thing, everyone can relate, and nobody has to judge each other. Over here, we're not going to give you special attention because something happened. We're not going to give you no attention. We're not going to expect anything because everybody's going through the same thing, and we're all just here for each other. If you have a story that you want to tell, then you can tell it and no one will judge you for it. No one will expect anything. I don't have all these pent-up emotions anymore. I understand what I'm feeling, and I feel like I can go on with my life a lot better that way, and I don't have to feel bad about how I feel anymore. I don't have to feel bad about if I didn't cry at the funeral or if my family felt more than I did. I don't have to feel bad about doing certain things that they would have never wanted me to do, or doing things that they would want me to do and be like, well, why aren't they here to be proud of me for this? Right. It's kind of like relief after coming here.
So of all the wonderful things we offer at Gerard's house, the most powerful and most important thing is peer support. So how does peer support help with grief? Well, one 13-year-old girl whose father had died described it well when she said about her group at Gerard's house, even if we're not talking about the deaths, even if we're just hanging out or throwing a ball around, I know that everyone here has had someone die too, so they all understand what it's like. And then I don't feel so alone. It's not a cure-all, and it's not intended to be, but it can make all the difference for a grieving child or teenager who feels lost and alone, or angry and upset, or heartbroken, or apathetic and numb, or feels like they have the world on their shoulders now that this person has died.
If I probably wouldn't have came to Gerard's house, I would probably still be in my old ways, getting in trouble, and I probably wouldn't have a good relationship with my parents or even my family members. And I would probably still be angry at myself for having the emotions that I had. So it's just, I feel comfortable with myself, and I probably wouldn't feel this way had I not gotten support. I started coming to Gerard's house, and I learned that my feelings were normal, and going through grief, you can experience a wide range of emotions, and they're all okay, and that's what Gerard's house has taught me. And they're really caring people who are just okay with everything, and you can be yourself and say whatever you want, and it's a really comfortable environment, and you can just express your feelings without feeling judged by your peers or the group leaders. And it's a really comfortable place, and my life has probably changed a lot, and just knowing that everything is going to be okay.
At Gerard's house, children and teenagers can go through their grief with peers who understand, who talk about it, who are going through it too. So what do they do when they get together at Gerard's house? They hang out and talk and listen, even if they don't feel like talking themselves. They do art. They make friends and play and play and play. They memorialize the person or the people who died. And beloved animals too. They write letters. They write other messages to the person who died. They go into our storm room where they can let off some steam, get their anger out, and be wild. They snuggle with a buddy. They don't have to talk if they don't want to, and we don't try to get them to open up. We trust them to know how to go through the natural grief process they need when we give them the support and the tools. Each group meets once a week for 8-week units, and we do 4 groups a week. In the summer, we have Camp Rainbow, a bereavement camp for kids. The last 2 years, we've had it at the wonderful Santa Fe Mountain Center in Tasuki. All our groups are free of charge.